In our Sunrise Smart Start, we're going live to Washington, D.C. now, breaking down the latest after President Biden made controversial comments several times during his trip to Asia, saying the U.S. will defend Taiwan should China attack. Now, the White House has repeatedly clarified his comments, saying the U.S. position has not changed when it comes to Taiwan.
We are joined by Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon live in D.C. Alexandra, good morning. So did the Pentagon clarify whether or not the U.S. military would get involved in Taiwan if China were to attack?
Good morning. Well, the Pentagon isn't directly saying whether or not the U.S. military would get involved. Instead, the Pentagon and the administration as a whole on 3 different occasions now has had to clarify the president's comments and say that the U.S. position on Taiwan has not changed. So the U.S. does have an obligation, not necessarily to get involved militarily, but it does have an obligation to ensure that Taiwan has everything it needs to defend itself. At the same time, though, relations with China, because of that, the U.S. also says it acknowledges China's stance that it is a one China policy. In other words, that Taiwan is part of China. And while the U.S. acknowledges that policy, it doesn't necessarily endorse it. So the country here is, kind of tiptoeing a tricky line. And the reason that the Pentagon and other officials will not, directly say whether or not the U.S. military would in fact intervene if China attacked Taiwan is because it's sort of a strategic military position to maintain a bit of ambiguity about that issue.
Alexandra, thank you so much for your time this morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated on News 8 regarding the president's trip to Asia throughout the day.
James Gilbert is with us, taking a look at the forecast on this Tuesday morning, starting in the 40s, but we will bump up from here, right, James?
Yeah, either a jacket or maybe a brisk walk to keep warm this morning, as if you're thinking about getting a little fitness on before your day starts. No chance for any rain, as we've got high pressure in control throughout the day. Temperatures climbing into the upper 60s for this afternoon. A few spots. Finger Lakes, you're getting to 70. Long Lake, Ontario, we're going to drop your temperature. You're staying in the 50s and low 60s for this afternoon, but 80s in the extended forecast, as well as a look at the bus stop coming up in a couple of minutes. Mark, Alley.
James, thank you. Time to check the roads again with our sunrise traffic. We mentioned it just a moment ago. There is an accident at this hour in Gates, Chila Avenue at Howard Road. Avoid that area. Some construction-related delays, but no accidents on the main arteries, 390, 490, and 590 as you make your way out the door. Now to the latest from Buffalo in the aftermath of that mass shooting there. There are many questions about the investigation.
Like how long will it take and who exactly is involved? Erica DeCoste went to a former FBI agent with these questions, and she joins us live with more. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, and many in our area are asking if it's possible that Rochester was going to be an attack in the alleged shooter's plans. In over 600 pages of his diary he posted online, Rochester is mentioned several times. Bernie Tolbert, former FBI agent in Buffalo, says investigators will want to figure out if the alleged shooter had any help. Why was he considering Rochester? Law enforcement agencies will be talking to parents, family, and when it comes to learning more about the situation, he says you can't leave any stones unturned. Any and all social media will be very important. Anything posted will offer more insight into the shooter's life, his background, and premeditation.
What platforms they used, what they said, who they said them to. From the FBI's perspective, leads are sent out to every one of the field divisions in the country saying, here's the individual, check your files, check your sources, see what you come up with.
Now, it's not clear on how long this process will take, but in the meantime, there are ways you can help get involved, help those families that were affected by this horrible tragedy. Organizations like Feed More Western New York and Buffalo Community Fridge are all taking donations at this time. In Rochester, Erica DeCoste, News 8.
Erica, thank you for your reports this morning, and we have stories from the loved ones of these victims in that shooting over at our website, which is rochesterfirst.com.
Some developing news this morning during the Rochester City Council budget hearing last night. Council members also heard from the Police Accountability Board. City leaders probing the lack of action on the part of that board. Even with a $5 million budget, the PAB says there are issues stemming from staffing, clarity on regulations, and cooperation with police. Councilmember Willie Lightfoot asking the board directly if they are close to being fully staffed, why are they still not taking any complaints from the public or performing any investigations?
Is there any reasonable explanation on how this makes sense and why the city should continue to fund this agency at such a high level?
Now, the rules of investigation have been purported and passed by PAB's board. However, RPD has yet to weigh in.
Well, the PAB says there are delays, but they remain committed to their work. It was determined the Police Accountability Board will begin taking complaints beginning in June.
An estranged dad and his cousin have been found guilty of kidnapping 2 children last January. Dimitri Cash Sr. is the biological father of the 3- and 5-year-olds who were kidnapped in 2021. The assistant DA applauded the police for the safe return of the 2 kids who were found in Alabama days after they were taken from their home. Cash and his cousin, Joe Nathan Cash, have also been convicted of robbery and burglary.
The next step will be on July 28th when both defendants are scheduled for sentencing. However, with respect to the outstanding indictment, there's going to be further court dates being scheduled probably sometime soon in light of the fact that we now finished up this trial.
It was really a seamless investigation that led to the safe recovery of 2 children halfway across the country in less than 48 hours. And so I think this quick verdict is a testament to that and the ability of the jury to understand and comprehend the overwhelming evidence that we had here.
The Cash cousins will be back for sentencing on July 28th, and they say the father, Dimitri Cash, is looking at a life sentence.
Well, Rochester leaders discussing the arrest of a 19-year-old who was charged in the shooting death of 17-year-old Bryson Simpson. Police say the arrest of Salahuddin Floyd Jr. was the result of hard work by several law enforcement agencies. Floyd Jr. was taken into custody by the U.S. Marshals Task Force near Dewey Avenue last Thursday. He is due to be arraigned later today.
A Rochester man was arrested for pulling a knife out and threatening police over the weekend. Police say the 28-year-old man was breaking windows at a bus station on Cumberland Street around 8 p.m. on Friday. They say when officers arrived, he drew a large fixed blade and threatened officers. Police followed the man towards Joseph Avenue and arrested him there. The man was taken to the hospital for an evaluation and then brought to the Monroe County Jail. He is being charged with menacing a police officer and criminal mischief in the 2nd degree, both of which are felonies.
Here's what some folks around these parts will be talking about at the water cooler this morning, especially hockey fans. Tough road for the Amerks ahead. They lost Game 1 at Laval and then Game 2 last night. So they are down 2 games to none in the best-of-5 series. The Amerks will come home for Game 3 of that series on Wednesday. That is a must-win. If the Amerks do pull it off, they will force a Game 4 at the Blue Cross Arena later in the week as well. But again, it comes down to Wednesday night. The Amerks looking to stay alive in the playoffs.
Well, let's hope they win.
Yes.
Play a little bit better when you're facing elimination.
Yeah.
You think that's true, Mark?
Yeah, right. You know, all the pressure is there. You're totally focused.
Right, yeah.
You're digging just a little bit deeper.
Right.
They got to do it 3 times in a row, but it starts with the first game on Wednesday.
Yes, definitely. Bus stop forecast here for you. A cool start. Temperatures in the 40s, but a nice finish. We climb well into the 60s, maybe even near 70 if you're in the Finger Lakes, Long Lake, Ontario, Greece Central School District. A little bit cooler, just highs right around 60. Good warm up here in the 8-day forecast. Tomorrow looks great, mid-70s, 80 on Thursday. PM showers, that's really late in the day. A lot of Thursday is dry. I like it there. Nice day. Friday, scattered rain showers. That drops temperatures. Maybe a few showers on Saturday, but we warm right back up as we finish off our holiday weekend.
Not a bad week at all, James. Thank you. And thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great Tuesday.